Hey guys, welcome to another YouTube video. In this video guys, I played two games. The first one I used Hackclaw and the second one I used Luna. Now the reason why I mention this is because it's they are both support operators and they both do similar things but have very distinct features, and I've been torn. Lately, I've preferred using Luna compared to Hackclaw, and the main reason for me would be mainly because Luna is more preferable when it comes to long range fights, and Hackclaw you would mostly use her in close quarter fights. So that's basically the reason why I have been using more of Luna than Hackclaw. So quickly in this gameplay we had a team in cement and we knew that they had a Luna, so we were trying to get an angle on them, but I didn't know that there was someone right there. I saw him quite late, but then he started shooting at us and we had to flank. I knew there was no point going through that door because they were expecting us. So my thought process at this point in time was to try and go around cement into the other side and see if we could probably get a different angle on them. Whilst I was flanking, I called on my teammates to follow me because I knew that they might have an idea or they might also try to flank us. So I made sure that my teammates were right behind me, and then I decided to push with a little bit of confidence. As I was approaching this entrance of cement, I heard a footstep and it turned out to be one of them trying to flank us. Luckily I had an M7 and yeah, he was no match for that gunfight. So that's one down. I either one or two to go because I wasn't sure if it was a 2-man squad or a 3-man squad. I wanted to take this guy out of here. I saw he had like a level 4 helmet, probably a level 4 vest as well, I wasn't sure, but I wanted to take him out of sight, quickly loot him, definitely pick up his gun. That's always the first thing to do when you're looting somebody. I'll recommend you pick up their guns because that is mostly the most expensive thing. But here you see my teammate got knocked because he wasn't paying attention to his surroundings, but nevertheless we made sure we covered him and he wasn't tested. The guy that knocked him had to retreat because we had good cover fire. I was making sure I got that angle locked because there was no way they were going to take him out. Luckily for him, he was able to crawl back and then they got the revive. While my other teammate was reviving player 1, I decided to flank a little bit to get a wider angle, and then I was watching. So this is me just making sure I watch the environment, make sure that I watch flanks from the other team, and also try to just observe my surroundings. So this is one good tip guys, always think ahead, always think about flanks, because if you're playing against a good team they would always try to flank. I scanned and luckily I caught one person. So first of all, with Hackclaw you can easily see the level of armor that the enemies have, especially if you can scan them on the first scan. So I scanned, I saw that that Byron had like a level 3 helmet and level 3 vest, and I guess that was the guy that knocked my teammate. So I was pretty confident that we were going to win this fight. Right there I saw him trying to flank us from behind, which is very smart, but unfortunately I was watching all angles and I saw when he started flanking. So what do you expect? I decided to go back. I knew exactly where he was going to come from. He was going to come from that exactly that exit, and then I informed my teammates and decided to push that exact spot. Unluckily for him, he was caught slacking and that was an easy wipe. So guys, remember, always remember that enemies will try to flank. Always keep that in mind, and always try to be 2 steps, 3 steps, any amount of steps ahead, but just make sure that you are ahead of the enemies. Okay, we moved to admin, looking for more teams. We had a couple of gunshots here, but we hadn't seen any teams. But definitely, guys, whenever you come to admin, always have it at the back of your minds that there is always at least one team around admin, or maybe in container section. But yeah, there's always a high probability that there is either one or two teams around admin. Once you start shooting bots, you would also give away your position, so teams will definitely come for you. Okay, moving on, guys. So like I said, we came to admin and we're just taking out bots, trying to make sure we scout the surroundings. I wasn't able to scan and find anybody, so I was pretty confident that there was nobody in admin. So yeah, I was just looting, trying to get a couple of valuable items. One thing about looting in admin is, ooh, now that's what you call luck. I got a gold, sorry, I got a red item, a Rolex. So I get this. I think this is like my third or fourth Rolex ever, and yeah, it's always nice to get them. Okay, so we looted admin. We came outside and we were looking for teams, trying to flank or rotate into admin. I was pretty sure that there would be a team coming from sub, because we only faced one team in cement, and I was right. I found a 3-man squad running into the west side of admin, and as soon as I saw them, I guess they also saw me, because they started looking and I saw them looking at me. So I just decided to push. I informed my teammates and we all pushed together. It was pretty bad for them because they didn't have cover. We had this small rock for cover and we were able to easily take them out. So we got one knock and we decided to push. I got one knock and yep, it was a wipe. That was pretty quick, and like I said, unfortunately for these boys, they didn't have good cover and they had pretty shitty loot. So yeah, that was basically the end of this raid. We extracted after we got all our loot and we had very little time left to do anything else. Good raid, good fights, good teamwork. Yep. On to the next raid. Alright, so for those of you that love using Luna a lot, or those of you that want to start using Luna and you don't really know how to go about it, this could just be that game that opens your mindset towards how to use Luna. So real quick, we got a very good spawn point very close to admin, and we decided to push admin immediately because we didn't want to start going back into major substation or visitor center. So we went into admin, we were looking for enemies, and I found one just at container. Now guys, one thing you need to notice is that if you get an early spawn into admin, you have two options. You can either go back into substation and probably take out the enemy in sub, or you can decide to push admin. But whenever you go into admin, there's always a high probability that there might be a team coming from barracks. The team coming from barracks has two options. It's either they decide to push containers directly, or they decide to push or they decide to go into admin. Oh no, sorry, they have three options. Right? The third option is They can decide to push cement or stay in barracks, one or the other. It's like almost the same option. So either you stay in cement
They did
or
this
you
right.
stay in
Go,
barracks
this
and try
girl,
to
no.
take out the team
The right
rotating
side, the right side.
into
Yeah,
barracks.
okay, I come,
So yeah, I scanned and I found someone camping in that container. He's probably the teammate of the guy I just knocked. He threw a smoke to cover his revive, and then I wanted to take him out, but I couldn't shoot through the smoke. I saw his teammates, I tried to laser him, but my teammates were blocking me
Hey,
for some
one again,
weird reason. I
oh,
honestly don't
no.
know why. So at this point, I'm like, okay, we need to push that. The one of them was low because I shot him a lot, and he'll be reviving. And then the second one was inside the crates. So this is me trying to push, and notice how my teammates were still in admin, fighting a different squad, and then they got knocked. At this point, I had two options. One was either to go save my teammates or go push this team at container. I decided to save my teammates because, yeah, you are only as good as your teammates if they are still alive. So I decided to go and push and help my teammates. Luckily, one of my teammates got the guy that knocked out one of us. So this is me pushing, trying to make sure that I cover for player one. So yep, just went in, guns blazing, chugged in a grenade, and then yep, now we were ready to really give these guys hell. I decided to flank here because I knew they were going to be expecting us to come from the staircase in front. So I came from here, and it was a very good idea because they weren't expecting me to come from this angle. I heard someone reviving, so I was really like, I wasn't sure where the sound tree was coming from, but I was checking everywhere until I got this call out. Here they were, just in this small room, reviving each other. And yet we got the wipeout, everything was good. We revived player 2 and we got our loot. These guys had pretty decent loot, I must say. And yet, got what we could, and I decided to search more. Fortunately, we had someone in the other side of West admin, and I decided to chuck some electric shock arrows, and then I decided to scan. I found this guy behind this. So very funny. And then my teammate decided to jump in, and poor guy is just on outside, helpless. So yeah, one thing about Luna is she has wall hacks, and her ultimate basically gives you the opportunity to see people through walls. Yeah. So yeah, guys, I heard people here. I wasn't sure where they were, but I knew I had a team coming, so I decided to just pre-aim. I knocked one, and then Luna came in. I decided to add more pressure by using my electric bolts to basically make sure that they didn't get that revive. As you can see here, I was able to apply pressure on one of them. My teammate got the knock on the other side, and we knew it was one guy left, just one guy left. This was like a back-to-back third-party fight, and we didn't really have time to, or rather, I didn't really have time to even heal or use the repair kits at this point.
Let's push.
I wanted to make sure that we took out that enemy. Luna, like I said earlier, Luna is very good for long range fights, and all her utilities are equipped to handle long range fights. So she has frag grenades, and she has some electric arrows that she can use to apply pressure to enemies, and also to make sure she holds good angles. So yeah, this was actually a squad wipe. Unfortunately, Big Swiper killed himself for some weird reason. He was trying to use the triple blaster from Deerwolf, and he ran into his own explosives. Luckily for us, we were able to get all the juicy loot, and then we just dipped. So guys, let me know what you think about this video. Let me know if you prefer let me know the operator you prefer between Hackclaw and Luna, and let me know why you prefer either one. Thank you once again for your time. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button If you haven't subscribed, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
At the air to step upstairs. No, we both with that. There was a guy with
Where are they hiding?
Taxi. Mount.
Be cautious. The elevator in zero dam. The egg's the basket. Welcome back.
Got some good intel.